Even companies within the same state, every company has a culture. And so you will have to understand his culture. I don't want you to take these shifts personally. It's not about you. It's just that the man is going through something. There is one man in the house and it is usually the man. Obviously, some men will not allow you or someone would not want you to work. But it's not something with the culture. It's not something with the tradition. It's just personal preferences. He will still want you to be nurturing. He will still want you to be feminine around him. This is chicken and this is chicken. But this is halal and this is not halal. Having multiple wives, should you expect that? Hey everyone, Fuad here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll talk about what you should expect after marrying an Arab man. So if you're interested in an Arab man, about to marry an Arab man, this video is for you. And without any further ado, we'll dive straight into the video. Alright, the first thing I have on the list is that you will need to understand his culture. If you are from a different culture, you will have to understand the entire culture, right? The Arabic culture. And if you are an Arab woman, you will have to understand his culture at home, you know, with his family and with his tribe and with his friends. You will have to understand the culture that he embraces when he lives his life. Even companies within the same state, every company has a culture. And so you will have to understand his culture. If you are from Lebanon and you're marrying someone from the Gulf, someone from, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, someone from Yemen, the culture will be very different. So basically, these are one of the first things that you can expect after marrying an Arab man, things that you will learn and you will have to learn, but don't take them as a heavy weight on you. You will enjoy learning. I want you to have the impression that you will enjoy learning. You will enjoy knowing about the culture, because if you are interested in an Arab man, probably you will also enjoy learning about the culture. You will enjoy the food that you will be learning to cook. You will also enjoy the language. And the second thing I want you to expect from marrying an Arab man, and I want to be here very transparent, is that sometimes the romantic and the kind face that you're used to before marriage or at the early time of your marriage, sometimes the man can go through things, through struggles, through stressful situations, and this might shift. And I don't want you to take these shifts personally. It's not about you. It's just that the man is going through something. Try to be supportive. And the way you be supportive when these shifts happen is by ignoring them, by not focusing on them, right? Because it's not about you. I don't want you to think that it's because you are a woman this happens, or it's because you are a foreign woman. Because when you are a foreign woman and this shift happens with your Arab man, you may think and you may automatically go back to the stereotypes about Arab men, that Arab men are abusive and stuff like that. And this is why I mentioned this in this video. It's not about Arabs, it's generally about all men, but I had to mention this just to help you think more clearly if this thing happens. You know yourself, you also have mood swings, right? And a man also can have them. And believe me, some men are very wise that you don't even notice that they're going through challenges. So this is not definite, but if this happens, don't take it personally and understand that these are just challenges and it's just life, and eventually he will get back to his right mood. And probably also if he does something that is not correct and you feel bad about it, first ignore it, but then after things calm down and he gets back to his mood, you can explain to him the emotions that you experienced when this shift happened. And I'm sure that if you are with a decent man, he will apologize to you and he will tell you what he was going through, you know. But this is just a thing to have in mind, to not be disappointed, especially if you are about to get married and you understand or you expect from your significant other to be always as perfect as he is before the marriage and before you start living with him. The next point I feel it's important to address is modesty. With your man, you can wear whatever you want, right? But if you will be with his family, you will have to be dressing modestly, especially when men are there, right? When men are in the house, you need to dress modestly, even if you are in the house, right? You should not show your skin. With other women, his mother, his sisters, you'll be fine to dress how you like. But usually, in general, even with the mother, with the sisters, you will not be dressing as how women dress in the street, right? How Western women dress in the street. You will have to be respectful. You will have to show how you are a respectful woman. You don't dress the same way how you dress for your man in front of the mother and the sisters. You will have to dress modestly all the time, but even more modestly when there are men in the house. And this obviously, if the Arab man is Muslim, yeah, you are his wife. It's his honor. He wants you always to appear in a respectful way in front of others, and he doesn't want also others to look at you in a certain way. So he wants to protect you and to protect the honor of the family as a whole. Yeah, so in front of his father, brothers, cousins, always you'll have to be dressing in a certain way. Also, you might experience a shift in what he considers as modest. If you're dressing in a certain way in your country and he is okay with that, he might not be okay for you to dress the same way in his country, because the way you dress in your country does not signal a weird message to people in the street. They don't care. People might not even look at you once. But the same way you dress can signal different messages to the people in his country. So he might want you to dress in a different way if you go back to his country. And I think that if you marry to another culture, if you marry to an Arab man, you should understand that. It's not that he shifted and he changed and he's not the same person after you went back to his country. It's just that the culture is different. People understand things differently, and the way you dress there might give the people the wrong message and the wrong signal. Modesty is a huge thing, and you dress differently usually depending on the country you are in. All right, the next thing to expect is that the Arab man is usually the head of the household. And I'm sure that if you're marrying an Arab man and you're not an Arab woman, you would understand that, yeah? The Arab man is the man of the household. There is one man in the house, and it is usually the man. The next point I want to touch on here is kids. And I did speak about this previously in one of my earliest videos, but kids will have the religion of the father. Yeah, the father is Muslim, so they will become Muslim. And he will try also to teach them Arabic if he has time, because I meet a lot of Arabs who have kids from Western women, but they cannot speak Arabic. They were maybe at work all time and they couldn't engage with them, or maybe they understand Arabic but they cannot speak Arabic. They live abroad. They were born in a Western country, and so they have Arabic names but they cannot speak Arabic. So this is one of the things that you can expect. Your kids will be Muslims. If the man is good enough, he will also try to make them pray, and he will teach them the religion. Will take them with him to Fridays. Fridays, this is another point. Fridays with Arabs, and if you marry an Arab man, Fridays are celebration for us usually. If you live in an Arabic country, you will understand that Fridays, the days where we meet first as Muslims in the mosque, we go pray. We celebrate this day, Jum'ah. We call it Jum'ah. We have Jum'ah, we go, there is a speech, there is an imam who gives us lessons about the religion to remind us how we should live in this life and what is truly important. And after the prayer, usually families gather. I remember when I was back home, our grandfather who passed away, he used to come in my father's house sometimes, and have lunch with us in this day in Jum'ah. So Friday usually is the day where the family members gather together, they have lunch, they meet. And if you were an Arab woman and you are married, Friday usually is the day where you ask your husband to take you to your family. You go have lunch there in your house, If you are a Western woman, your family is abroad, you might just see that the man is taking you to his family, It depends, but usually if you are Arab, married to an Arab man, Fridays are the days where you ask your husband, I'm going to see my mother, I'm going to see my family, I'm going to have lunch there, And your husband, maybe he will go to his family to have lunch with his family. So Fridays are days where, you kind of maintain the connections with your family. But if you both will live abroad, in your country, then this is something that you might not experience. What you will experience or what you will witness is that on Fridays he goes to the mosque Friday prayer. You know, it's usually we have Dhuhr, it's a different prayer, 4 rak'ats. And on Fridays, it's 2 rak'ats with a lesson from the Imam. Yeah, the lesson I said that you get a lesson from the Imam to remind you that one day you will die. So they give us lessons, how we should live, you know. It's kind of good reminder to not forget about ourselves in this life, you know. So yeah, so this is a point. We spoke about the kids and we spoke about the special day, Fridays. Especially if you are living with him in the West and you're moving to his country, then this is something that you will see that Fridays, they don't pass as normal day as in the West. And in the West, actually, they don't pass as a normal day, especially if you are a person, if the Arab man is a person who prays in the mosque. The next point I want to cover here is your family responsibilities. Now, for sure, you are marrying a man, you know that not just an Arab man, you know that you have certain responsibilities towards your family, yeah, towards your husband and towards your kids, right? Now, if you wish to work and to pursue your career while married, the man may allow you, and it depends, right? I cannot say that if I can allow my wife to work, maybe another man will not allow her to work. So this depends on the man you're with, right? So I don't want to have these disclaimers, or I should have actually this disclaimers on all my videos, but I think that's just common sense, right? If I say that the man will allow you to work, obviously some men will not allow you, or someone would not want you to work. But it's not something with the culture, it's not something with the tradition, it's just personal preferences. But if you wish to work, and the man is giving you the option to stay at home, he obviously doesn't take your money. If you work, your money is for you. This is also one of the things you can expect from marrying an Arab man, is that your money is your money, right? And his money is also your money, it's the family's money. So if you work, he would still want you to be doing the responsibilities of the house, such as cooking, such as taking care of the kids, such as, you know, the traditional way of doing things, you know, as your grandmother used to do things. Yeah, your grandmother, she used to cook for her husband. She used to take care of your mother. She used to clean. She used to do certain things. And if the man is well off and he is very well established, he might have someone who is helping you in the house, but he would want you to have certain things that a man expects from his wife. He will still want you to be nurturing. He will still want you to be feminine around him. Yeah, femininity is also something that, as a woman, you should not lose when you're getting a job. Try to get a job that will not take your femininity away. So if the man is giving you the free will to work and he's okay with it, I think that you should expect that he will also not want to compromise about the things he expects from a wife, you know, the things that other men have from having a stay-at-home wife. You know, all the things that comes with a stay-at-home wife in terms of the energy that you exude, in terms of how you take care of the house, how you take care of the kids. Yeah, this is if he is giving you the free will to work and he's also giving you the option to be a stay-at-home wife. All right, the next point I want you to touch on is having multiple wives. Should you expect that? I believe that if you are taking care of the man, and if you keep showering him with love, he will shower you with love and affection, and he will not look outside of the house, and he will not think about marrying another woman. A man will marry another woman when the woman forgets about him, she has kids, and she completely forgets about him. And how she forgets about him, not only by ignoring him, but by ignoring herself. And obviously, again, another disclaimer, this might not apply to every man, because some men would want to marry multiple women. And so if you want to be sure about this point, you can ask the man if he will be in the future willing to marry another wife. I think that the majority of Arab men don't marry multiple women. The majority, only few marry multiple women. But I wanted to address this because people do connect Arabs with having multiple wives and having harems and stuff. But yeah, this is a thing that it depends on the man, really. It depends on the man, but I think that like the majority of Arabs don't marry multiple wives. Only few of them do. And lastly, I want to talk about the religion. If you are non-Muslim, if you're Christian, Jewish, he might try to make you revert to Islam. This is something you can expect. Even if he marries you and you are Christian, after you marry him, he might try to make you revert to Islam. And I think this is not a bad thing. It is a very positive thing. He might give you the lessons. He might open the book and explain to you. So this is something that you can expect. He might teach you Islam. He will teach you what is haram, what is halal. In terms of also what you eat, he will tell you that this is chicken and this is chicken, but this is halal and this is not halal. There is an Islamic way of killing the animal that makes the meat clean and thus halal. Yeah, so when it's not clean, it's not halal. Yeah, so there are things that he will teach you about the religion. This is something that you should expect. I don't want to keep this any longer. I hope that you got some value from it. Expect good. Yeah, when you expect good things will come to you. And when you expect bad, you will view bad even in the good things. Trust your gut. Go with good intentions. And I think that you will see good in the man you are with. If you need help with anything that is related to your relationship, you can feel free to book a call, and if you are a good fit, we can work together. And if you are a single woman interested in marriage, I have a link for you. You can join the single woman email list. And if you are a man interested in marrying a respectful, traditional, beautiful wife, I have also an email list for single men. You can find the link in the description below. And with that said, I have nothing more to add. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you, inshallah, in the next video.